It's funny how Trump wants to deport every single migrant out of the United States unless they're white, and then they can come to the United States as much as they want. Like here, we have um, white Afrikaners being granted refugee status by Trump, white people from Africa that have no need for refugee status, getting refugee status and coming to the United States. Well, Trump is deporting all the brown people.
A group of white South Africans are now in the U.S. after being granted expedited refugee status. The Trump administration has accused South Africa's black majority government of violence and discrimination against Afrikaners, the white majority that ruled South Africa during apartheid. South African officials have denied those claims. Let's bring in Department of Justice correspondent Scott McFarlane.
It's always funny how racist people always want to scream about how white people in Africa are being victimized when that is not the case whatsoever. And you can easily see what's going on in South Africa if you just read some news articles coming from South Africa.
Scott, what do we know about the president expediting the resettlement of these South Africans but halting other refugee admissions?
That really is the controversy, Vlad. These 59 people we saw ushered into Dulles International Airport in Virginia yesterday were expedited. They were fast-tracked into the U.S., claiming refugee status, seeking resettlement, even as the administration kind of closes the valve on the resettlement of others from other war-torn places or other harrowing circumstances. It was really quite a sight to watch them come in. We saw the children come out first, we saw the parents behind them being greeted by Trump administration officials with balloons and flags. The issue here, according
Yeah, if it was brown people from South Africa running from violence by white people, Trump wouldn't do anything to help them. But hey, have a bunch of white people lie about being the victims of violence, and here comes Trump to save them.
to the Deputy Secretary of State, who we pressed for answers, is that there are, quote, harrowing circumstances and the threat of death or killing for these refugees back home in South Africa. The administration is going to be facing criticism from start to finish on this because these were white faces inside the airport hangar as so many people from other countries unsuccessfully seek that same treatment.
So could more groups from South Africa be coming to the United States in the next couple of days, Scott?
We asked that very question. The administration declined to answer, but they certainly have set the table for this. The president signed it.
Well, these white Afrikaners better hope they're not resettled in an area where there's too many black people, because you know they're going to get upset about being around black people.
Executive order to unilaterally open up this path for the Afrikaners in South Africa. He has not done so for those in the Western Hemisphere trying to get north, trying to get to the United States for asylum to seek refugee status. But I would expect it's a matter of when.
I mean, this is like with the Biden administration, where Biden was deporting people back to Mexico or wherever else, not allowing asylum seekers to come into the United States via Mexico or Canada, and then allowing white Ukrainians to come into the United States. Um, the only migrants that our government officials want in the United States are white people.
Not a matter of if.
Let me ask you about something else, Scott. The Congress's primary main research arm, of course, is the Library of Congress. There is some new leadership after the previous librarian was summarily fired. What are you hearing about? What are you hearing?